The Last Hunter is this wild, over-the-top Italian war flick from 1980, directed by Antonio Margheriti, who sometimes went by Anthony M. Dawson in the English versions. Most people remember it as an 80s movie since it hit US theatres and video stores in '84, so don't worry, your memory isn't broken. If you're into those super cheesy, action-packed Italian movies that tried to outdo Hollywood, this one's a textbook example. The subgenre is actually called macaroni combat, or sometimes Euro war. Basically, low-budget Italian takes on American war films. The Last Hunter was actually the first one of these to go full Vietnam, instead of just Warbeck 2 knockoffs. And honestly, Margheriti made it just to jump on the bandwagon after The Deer Hunter blew up. The Italian title was almost Cacciatore 2, until some lawyers freaked out. So, what's the story? No spoilers yet, don't worry. Captain Henry Morris, played by David Warbeck, is a battle-weary guy who watches his best friend check out in a Saigon bar. Seriously dark. Shaken but not broken, Morris decides to go on one last, almost certainly deadly mission. Sneak into Cambodia, hey, it's officially neutral, and blow up this Viet Cong radio tower that's been blasting anti-war messages in an American woman's voice to US troops. He gets paired up with a real motley crew. Sergeant George Washington, Tony King, Carlos Bobby Rhodes, Jane Foster, Tisa Farrow, yes, Mia's sister, who's a war photographer from there. It's just carnage and chaos. Jungle ambushes, flamethrowers lighting everything up, bunker raids, vicious booby traps, and people losing their minds. The violence goes way overboard, but if you're into sweaty, gory mayhem, you're in for a treat. Okay, massive spoiler. Next, so skip if you haven't seen it. Still here? The mysterious voice on the radio? That's Morris's wife. Yep, she's defected or something, and it ties back to the heartbreak at the beginning. It's one of those endings that's so wild it somehow works. Equal parts ridiculous and weirdly moving. Behind the scenes, this one was shot mostly in the Philippines, in the exact same jungles and rivers as Apocalypse Now. Sounds glamorous? Nope. The heat, bugs, and on-set accidents made for a rough ride. The cinematographer, Riccardo Palatini, actually died in a helicopter crash filming for a different Margheriti Vietnam flick, so they dedicated this movie to him. Margheriti himself was in it for fun, not politics. Producers just kept telling him, more blood, more sleaze, and he delivered. So, did anyone actually like it? Well, IMDb users rate it 6 out of 10, and over on Letterboxd, the rating's about 3.5 out of 5, so it definitely has a cult following. Critics weren't kind at the time, called it a cheap Apocalypse Now ripoff, but fans of exploitation flicks dig the insane action, wild kills, and shameless sleaziness. It even got caught up in the infamous UK video nasties panic and got seized, but that just made people want it more. If you get a kick out of unfiltered 80s genre insanity, think Cannibal Holocaust meets The Deer Hunter, but through a funhouse mirror, The Last Hunter totally delivers. Just switch off your brain, crank the volume, and let the explosions wash over you. So, have you seen The Last Hunter? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And hey, if you want more deep dives into crazy 80s movies, hit subscribe on Movies of the 80s here on YouTube and follow us on Substack for more.